So Charleston White was out here showing some love to a group of kids at Columbia, South Carolina. He told them his life story and advised them to make the right choices in life. He then lined them up and gave them some cash. Most people know him for his controversial takes on issues about the black community, but Charleston continues to show that he only wants the best for all these kids. Let's check it out.
You buy somebody cooking with some toilet, some cleaning supplies. Okay. Just put them in the house. Put some in the household. Yeah, put some in the household. Anytime you get some money, put some in the household. Roll the toilet, get some. Bacon. Cereal, your favorite cereal. Yeah. Just don't have mom been buying cereal. You don't buy none. Happy holidays. Thank you. All that in one.
Thank you over there.
You may get molested because of your mother. Your mother may be the type of mother who allow the family members to have access to you. And that's typically where the hurt and pain start, is within our families. So I was born to a teenage mother. My mother had my brother at 15, she had me at 17. My grandmother and my grandfather was married. My grandfather migrated by way out of East Texas. He was the first son of a slave. So I know my lineage, I know my history. I'm the seed of a slave, a woman by the name of Lucille Helton, who was property of the White Sloan Plantation. So that's where I get my last name from. My grandfather's name was Freddie White. My grandmother was a bootlegger and a prostitute, my grandmother's mother. And she inherited the land of our slave masters. So my grandfather migrated to Fort Worth by way of the Air Force. He had 4 children, my Uncle Wayne, my Aunt Nate, my mom, and my Aunt Beaker. My mother was the backbone of the family. My grandfather was a womanizer, beat my grandmother a lot. My grandmother's side of the family was more the street side. So that's what influenced my grandmother to end up eventually becoming on heroin. So my grandmother's in the 80s, so she comes from the heroin generation. From my grandmother down, all of her grandchildren, the ladies, the females, struggle with heroin addiction. From my grandmother down. So we don't know nobody above my grandmother who was addicted to drugs. So from my grandmother down, all my female cousins, for the most part, struggle with heroin addiction. From the males down, from my granddad, all of the males beat women. My granddaddy was a womanizer, he was a woman beater. But we wasn't influenced by my grandfather. Those are the chromosomes and the traits that lie in our family. So I tell parents all the time, when you look at your kids and you see some of your kids you don't like, that's you. Them your traits. If he a lying little MF, guess what? Them your traits. Lying running y'all family. If he's stealing, guess what? That's running y'all family. And he don't even know that. Children mimic what they see and repeat what they hear. So the most challenging children at school is misbehaving. All they doing is mimicking their home life. Whether they fighting, cussing, sex, whatever it is. I was the kid at home mimicking the culture because my mother was going to work. Well, as far back as I can remember, when I got out of school, my mom was going to work. We were passing each other. I had a good, clean home. I had my own bedroom with food on the table, and mother gave us an instruction. But there was no parental supervision to enforce those instructions, to correct, discipline. So when I got out of school, I cut on television. And everything on that television is what influenced me. Because he who controls images controls minds. And so the television is images. And our culture, for us, it's almost like it's a mind controlling tool. And that they use these images to influence and persuade us by way of propaganda. By way of glorification. We glorify pimps.
If you have stayed with me to this point of the video, consider subscribing. Hit the like button and leave a comment below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.